Oh, welcome back to Old Ridge Farm. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a muck spreading. And we're going to be working fairly late. I'm going to come out of cab because I can't see. Few things before we really get started. I'm still using keyboard and mouse because I still got a bad leg. And it's making it a bit painful to use the foot controls on the pedals. It's hard to steer and still have to use your fingers for braking and accelerating, so I decided I might as well go the whole hog. And one other thing before we really get started, I've been asked a few times, am I going to transfer this over onto 17? The answer is no. I enjoy soil mod, and this is the only real chance I've still got to play soil mod. So until a soil mod version comes out for 17, no, I won't be. The other reason is I'm now on 500 hours on this particular save game. Yes, think about it, 500 hours on one save game. So I am determined to reach 1,000 hours on this. I'm missing the ends, I know, but I'm not going to worry too much. As you can see, it's a bit low on nutrients. Right, with those out of the way. Oh, and I'm not showing the 17th version Old Ridge off until it's actually available, except for testing things on it. It will get shown a few times, but not to the extent that you all feel, well, I would like that. Yes, I do use a few private mods, and this map itself is a private mod now, so it's no longer available anywhere, which is a great shame, in my humble opinion. Alright, let's get on with the storyline. Kylie at the moment is down the other half of this field. As you can see, the nutrients are way down. That's because actually this one we got no benefit from the alfalfa, because we harvest this, we forage it all. I think we might get one more pass done, and that's going to be it. We may not even get a full pass done. And really, this is a little bit lightweight, the Puma, for this outfit. As you can see, it's rocking and rolling all over the place, but Kylie's doing the ploughing, so she deserves the best ploughing tractor. And I'm not going to get to the end, and I forgot this goes longer now. Oh well. That's it. Alright. I have got the JCB set up at the end here, and I have to go round the field rather than over it. As you can see, we actually did have to cut a bit of this to get enough. We've still got no silage ready for use, but we don't need it at the moment. And cattle now stand at 60 cows. BP, my old mate BP up the road a bit, he's got a hell of a lot more, and it takes him forever to feed them all now. At least ours feeding is quite quick. Alright, I'm going to do a lot of this out of cab. It's easier out of cab when I find, if I'm using keyboard and mouse. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it about getting on the proper side, I suppose. I'm not certain how much I've got on this heap, but when we run at that, we just have to run back and forth to the main area we've got this stuff stored. I think we're gonna hook that out a bit. Lift it up a bit more. And we're now desperately looking for a new farmhand. I'm not. I'll say desperately. It would be handy now to have someone else, say, take the Puma and do a little bit of extra ploughing with the other 2 metre plough. But I'm not going to concern myself too much. We will get it all done in time. Bottom half of 19 don't have to be done too soon. And I'm trying to do most of these as the stuff is alfalfa's actually fit. I'm just hopefully get most benefit out of it. And it really should be a bit higher than that. It's going to take us a while to fill this each time. It might be quicker if we left this heap until I'm working off screen, but I need to get rid of it now. I've got heaps on several of the fields. Some of them we may not actually need the heaps, but I'm going to just get this on. As you can see, it's quite late. It's 5:30 now. I'm going to get this field done anyway. Yeah, get this field done so that this is ready to cultivate in the morning. I will be on the cultivator to do this and leave Kylie to do most of the hard work ploughing. I will, once I've got everything else up to date, I will swap tractors with it, and I'll take that chisel plough. Although the chisel plough is not the best tool in the world on these fields. The land's a bit heavy for them really, but it will get things done a bit quicker. We have another 2 metre plough, but I don't know about you, I don't fancy using a 2 metre plough. You could of course now afford to get the 3 metre. How are we doing? 64%. Should really have this on 4-wheel steering for this job, but and these are actually CSZ forks, so they're sort of fairly auto-fill once you get them close enough. Hence I haven't got to drive right into the heap. I'm not that much of a masochist, even though some people are saying $500 on one map, you must be a masochist. On one, possibly 2 more. Oh, I've got quite a bit of this heap. Got more than I thought I had. And you notice I'm actually making certain I'm not trying to lift any heavy weights at full or load these things. Oh. I see, this got it. We went a bit too close in. I'm not using the full extension to push this into heap. It doesn't do it much good at all, and I'm keep forgetting which way around I am. I'm using drive control, of course. I'm using all the niceties. We will put another bit on there. We're going to need at least 2 more fills. Be more than enough now. Alright, that's it, that's full. So we're I'm not going to drop it back on the heap, but I'm just going to park this over the heap, so if any should drop out, that drop back into the heap. And of course I left the case run, which was a mistake, and didn't even put the brakes on. I'll get the cab for this bit. I'll still hit things, but it's part of the course, of course. I'm gonna have to. I'll probably have to put some slurry on this field, I think, in this half. I'll muck the other half, which is very low muck, or very low nutrients. This bit looks low, but it gets better where we've already ploughed. Look, she's getting on quite well. I will put her on to start another field if she finishes this one up before the end of the episode. I'm not letting her go home yet. Now we've got to figure out how far we got. We're done there. Done there. Done there. Done there. Oh, we must be on this one then. So just drive up there until we find the how far we got. Here. I'm coming out of cab again. And away we go again. Yeah, I think one more load after this one will probably do it. I think I put some up on 10 as well. The ends are not going to get done, but I don't think we're worried too much about that. Then we've got to decide what we are going to be planting. I know I've made several promises of what I'm planting. All I really know is the bottom part of 19 is going to be beaten. The top part is seed wheat for our brooms. As for the rest, well, your guess is as good as mine. Oh, didn't even switch it off there. Oh dear. Talk about wasting material. Shall we say 2 more load then? I was thinking about bringing the conveyor over to empty, to load up, but it's almost as quick by the time I got that over and set up. Do it like this. Yes, we're going to run out on this next strip down. That's what I've done wrong. I decided to be clever and just keep going. Clean forgetting to shut the muck off. Luckily we have quite a bit of muck. There's quite a bit now back. There's another 44,000 litres up at the cow facilities, let alone the rearing houses. I think if we get to the end, yeah, we will fill up this time again. I think we'll call that almost the trick done. I might just I was thinking about putting Kylie onto another field. 10 is ready to go to be ploughed. I may just put her onto the chisel plough for the rest of the fields. It's a bit quicker. So it looks like I will most probably be mucking and cultivating for the rest of the thing. What we will do is turn that off. We don't want to run out of juice. Get in over to the proper side. Well, I talked to Paul over the telephone, and he's perfectly happy to come back and do the office work. Well, he's not perfectly happy, but even if he can't actually be farming, at least he can be involved in farming. So we will be using him in the office. Me and my wife will have more time to do our own thing rather than have to do all the paperwork. And actually, if we have Paul doing all the contract, it save me the job of talking to everyone rather than actually farming, which is the bit I enjoy most. I know BP is a bit envious of the fact we will have someone just looking after our contracts, and I'm almost pushing my mouse mat off the table. Not that you wish to know, that does tend to spoil the story a little bit. And you can see BP's Old Ridge every week live stream he's doing. I am not going to live stream over. My voice is bad enough now without not being able to actually clean my audio up before it goes out. That's my story anyway, I'm sticking to it. Much as I'd like to talk to all you nice people, BP live streams on a Monday at 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, I believe it is. It's an American time zone, so you have to excuse this poor old limey if he doesn't know what he's talking about. I can't put that into European or British times. Whoops. And come at the story again for a few moments. You may have noticed I'm doing a complete revamp of my schedule. St Oscar Knot and Drummond are going to be dropped, not because they're bad maps, they're not, they're far from it. St Oscar Knot is one of the, no, not one of, it's the best conversion in my humble opinion of the standard maps. It's what St Oscar should have been, and it gets better every time Johnny updates it. And Drummond is a cracking little map, but I actually want more time to spend on Blickling. It isn't often you have an East Anglian map, and in this case not just an East Anglian but a Norfolk map, and I'm going to make the most of it. So there, so. Oops. That should be the last fill. Let's just see what we've got in there. Oh, probably might better do the other field too if necessary. Normally you'd plough the mucking, but because the alfalfa on the fields already, decided it might be a bit much. I will be got some to put on the home fields. The heap up then, I can't remember how much I mowed across, but I was filling up so much with muck that I had to just mow it out of the stores, and the easiest place to put it was in heaps on the fields. Leave that down. Switch that one off. And let's see if we can do it right this time, shall we? Sort of the Chad and Jordan are sort of starting out on this, but it's still a little bit iffy at times. Oh, she's got a long way to go yet. She's not going to finish there tonight. We may just work until 6:30 and say that's enough. No, all we've got to do is find out how far we got. I'm going to drive across there until I find it. Ah, this one. Just going to drive in a bit, like certain. Oh no, we have done that one, so we'll take the next one. I'm not going to worry too much we don't get full coverage. We will be bunging a lot of muck on here too, slurry on here too. We have almost done. And there we go. 2 more passes after this should do it. I need to go and sell my eggs off. I've got 50 odd on me, so I might pay this. As we're close to the shop here, never have figured out why Darren isn't buying eggs, but we can't have everything. Get it back somewhere near, right? Don't you just love our crazy British shaped fields? I love them. So we've still got a few minutes. I'll sell the eggs off, then we'll just take the whole caboodle across to the home field. No, we'll probably chisel plough the home field. Said grassing, that won't be a bad thing to use the chisel plough to go in a bit easier. I don't want to bother about that edge somehow. Well, we'll fill this up as we're here. From the little heap we've got. Switch off. I don't know, we'll catch the edge of the field. If we put some over here, the margins will like it. Well, it's only just made it. And straight through the hedge, you didn't see that. I'll just take that off. Now when I cultivate, I will get rid of this stuff at the edges here. I'll be cultivating next episode, I would imagine, and that will be the next day, because it's already 10 to 6. The time is a marching on. I'm going to take this over to the JCB and get this reloaded. Now, I've been called a crazy idiot the way I drive, and I can see why. I have 2 speeds, stop and flat out. Anything in between, I don't recognise. Trouble is, it's no longer my own equipment, of course. It's the syndicate's equipment, the partnership's equipment now. So if I break this, I've got to explain to Kylie and Paul why it's broken. And it may not be easy to explain to them either. Oh, we're missing some. Never do. Brown gold, this stuff. Far better than any of your artificial fertiliser. Helps if I actually had the forks just off the ground, of course. Come on. It's better. Got to get those forks just right to auto load. And the steam from this muck comes from the CSZ pack. Nice little touch. You can see the poor old case isn't really enjoying its job here. I keep thinking I ought to get a bigger bucket, but this is quite handy when you're mucking out, and I don't want to get in a situation although we've got a job, two for every job. You can't really afford to keep them all. Not with Crawford Brown on the prowl looking for farmers in trouble. Though at the moment most of the farms around here look very healthy indeed, even Cuthbert. And the Reverend Timothy Farthing was telling me that the Crawford Barons made an offer to buy something for the church. It's actually declined, which is not what you often expect, that someone's going to decline money, especially with the church. After the church commission has messed up a few years ago, they are quite short of cash now. Not short as some people, but still, for the church, they're not as rich as they once were. But he decided that he'd rather have to do what he can with the meagre collections he gets. And we are not a God-fearing part of the world here. Oh, no, it helps if you do it the right way, of course, man. It's got it. The deliberate error for the day, or one of the many. I think we'll just get this loaded and that will probably be time. In fact, I will just shut down some of these and try and get a screenshot of this tipping in. Should be a nice wholesome shot. No, we got it anyway, wholesome or not. Get everything back up again. And how we're doing it. Oh, a couple more load. I think I will start my run down now. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. This is farming semi-realistically on a very long-standing farm, which is now taken on a life of its own. And Kylie, well, she might get it finished before 6:30, but it's going to be touch and go, I would suggest. We'll fill it up, but I'm going to tip back what we don't put in this time. I don't particularly want to take a load of muck on the forks through the village. The locals may not be too happy. And Crawford Brown, by the way, Crawford Brown's building project is still going ahead. He in the neighbouring parish, but which borders on ours. But that's right overlooking BP's dairy, and he's not best pleased, and I can't so blame him. But nothing I can do. Apparently, the Crawford Brown's managed to get the minister involved, the government minister. Anyway. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like, and I'm just going to take this over to 10 now as we're winding down. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more, consider subscribing. Fridays is Old Ridge Day. It has been for quite a while now. It's the day of before the weekend. Have something, I won't say interesting, just see what this is like. Well, because we haven't ploughed this in yet, or harrowed it in. I would be using a power harrower on this. Which will mean chopping tractors, I believe. Let's come out here and go and sell the eggs off. I think just beyond this car here. Yep. Go and get a bag of crisps at the same time. I'm feeling a bit peckish. And remember to take the brake off. I should really be having the beacon on for this. Can't remember if I actually home field we want to go, not 10. Yeah, there we are, home field. That's the pile of muck. Probably more than we're going to need, although this is a lot bigger field than it looks for. Yes, any questions? Oh, carry on, so wind down. Any questions, comments or queries, feel free to post them. I read every comment. Oh, I try to read every comment, let's be honest about it. Any I miss, I'm sorry. And if it's important, please repost or message me, and I will apologise muchly and see if I can actually answer it the second time we're trying. But to quote other YouTubers, you're all very important. Without you, this wouldn't be so much fun. And I'm just going to walk back. Now where's 12? 12 is this way. Right, and 12 is down there. I was going the right way. I was just going to go through the fence and go and get my other tractor. As I'm doing a route march, I'm going to say, yes. It's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio. Oh, some weed in there too.